So the answer to my question on where it is that you were surprised by your own book is that you went in thinking what and then arrived at hope, or you arrived at an assortment of people who inspired you that hope was possible. That
the fires themselves were devastating. But in the aftermath of the fires and in the 6 or so months I spent researching and writing and interviewing and traveling back and forth across the county and going to other parts of the United States to learn more about firefighting and about the science of fire, I became very hopeful. Not that this won't happen again, but that there are people out there who want to prevent the type of destruction that happened both during the fires and in the aftermath of them. And I really do believe that when you pick up this book and you read it, there's almost like an allegory in the book about how, I think on the third morning of the fires, I was back in the Palisades and I heard a very, very familiar screech of a parakeet. Here in LA, we have, they call them, I guess they're feral, but they're free-flying parrots and parakeets. And I didn't know this, but in researching the book, I learned that they were many of them were originally released from their topiaries during the 1961 Bel Air fire. They were Mexican parrots that were brought here as pets, and they came out into the wilderness, and they're everywhere, ubiquitous. Some people hate them. They can't stand the noise. They're shitting everywhere. They're in your trees. They're whatever. And other people think they're beautiful. They're green. They have yellow chevrons that glide down their back, and it's sort of an extraordinary thing to see. And on that third morning of the fire, as I stood there looking over what should be a sunrise, but it was dark in the Palisades over the haze, I heard the familiar screech of the parakeet, one of the cousins of the parrot. And I couldn't believe it, that there was nobody there. Nobody there, no wildlife anywhere in sight, but these birds had come back. And to me, it encapsulates sort of how I feel about the fires as a whole. It made me feel resilient. It made me feel proud to be an Angelino. The book, I think, is a love letter to Los Angeles as much as it is anything else. And it made me realize that, like I've said about all of this stuff, that we share our humanity with each other and that we can come back from things like this if we choose to look closely at them. But if we don't, they will only happen again.